What is up with all these click up gloss bombs? It all started with Tarte releasing their Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump, and all these brands just took off and ran with it. I wasn't even really intrigued by this Tarte lip product to begin with, but I'm here to investigate the hype. Also, just to go off on a tangent for a second, those little liquid highlight blush and bronzers with the sponge applicator, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It just gets all gross and icky. I don't understand the hype of that either. But like I said, I'm here to get to the bottom of the click up lips, which again, I don't really understand the click up phenomenon either, because it's not retractable. You just click and there's just so much more room for air. I don't know. Anyway, back to the video. I bought not only the Tarte lip, but I also bought the e.l.f. one and the NYX one, and I received the ColourPop ones in PR. But I will say I bought the Tarte sample size because I didn't want to spend $26 on a lippy. Here's all four of the brands in my hands right now. I'm gonna be comparing all of them. I'm just shocked at how we have all of these versions to choose from a lip product that I am not a fan of. I just want to do a disclaimer though. I'm not really going into this wanting to hate these products. I want them to prove me wrong. I want to be a fan of them. I do. It's more so that I want to demonstrate my impartial opinion about these because I'm not pulled toward this product in any way. Now, because the e.l.f., NYX, and ColourPop ones are technically dupes, I'm going to be starting with the original Tarte, which I don't even know if I can call it an original because I believe there were other brands that did it before Tarte, like in K-Beauty. Here's the sample size that I got. It is in the shade Rose. And actually, the sample size isn't a click up version. It is a twist up, which I already like this better than the original. And I'm not going to be lining my lips at all. Let's just see how this goes. Smelling it firsthand, it is very... It smells kind of like a crayon, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. It's melting into the lips very easily. It's sitting on my lips exactly how I expected it to. It feels like a lip balm. The color payout was nice. It genuinely looks like your lips, but better. And it's a glossy finish. I would say it's exactly what I expected. Do I think it's worth $26? No. It looks like it sinks into the lines a little bit. I'm not mad at this lip product. I'm really not. I love that the sample came in retractable packaging because I never know how much I'm gonna need. I don't have an eye for that. Overall, it's a really nice product. It smells like a lip product. It has like a slight waxy smell, but doesn't necessarily like, it's not a turn off. I could see myself just having this in my bag and just using it, but I don't necessarily think I would go out of my way. It's pretty, but it's not life-changing. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to NYX. NYX, I got the Slick Click in the shade Going Viral, and I'm a little nervous to actually have the click now. I'll start with like 2 clicks, because I think that's what the instructions said on all the sites. Don't go more than 2 clicks. Okay, I think I need more than 2 clicks just because I first opened it. Okay, it's literally, I hate to use the YouTube hand, but it's literally a smidge over the line. Already, I think that the NYX version has more color payout than the Tarte version, and I think it blends into your lip lines much better because it's more opaque. Comparing the smells, this definitely smells a lot less waxy, and I will say that it feels a little bit of a thicker formula compared to the Tarte formula. It's definitely still a lip balm, but I feel like it's more of a hybrid between a lipstick and a lip balm rather than a lip gloss and a lip balm, if that makes sense. It's still a really nice sheer glossy finish. I like how it turned out on my lips. Let's move on to the Pout Clout from e.l.f. When you first buy it, maybe takes like 4 clips to get to the top, but then when you get it to the line, 1 to 2 clicks, people, don't forget. Smelling this one, it smells a lot more similar to the Tarte one. It has a bit of a waxy smell to it, which isn't bad, which is not bad, but let's see how it feels. This one is different from the first 2 because I actually feel a cooling sensation in my lips. It actually feels like there's maybe a bit of a peppermint, because I feel this way when there's peppermint in it. I wonder if there's peppermint. Okay, it doesn't say on the packaging, but I feel like I legit feel the cooling sensation in this one compared to the NYX and the Tarte one. I would say that this e.l.f. version, in terms of thickness on the lips, is between the Tarte and the NYX being the thickest and the Tarte being the most sheer. I'd also say that in terms of the opacity of the shade. I don't think it's as opaque as NYX, but I don't think it's as sheer as Tarte's. I think it sits in the lips quite nicely. I don't see streaks like I did with Tarte's. Dare I say this one seems like it's the glossiest out of the three so far, but who knows. If you don't like the tingling cooling sensation on your lips, then I recommend veering towards Tarte and NYX rather than the e.l.f. But if you don't mind, by all means. NYX does not have the plumping claim. I think that's interesting. e.l.f. so far feels like my lips are actually getting that plumping sensation because of the tingling. Last but not least, let's move on to ColourPop. I'm not the biggest fan of the clear lid because I am messy, and so you're gonna see when it's gonna look gross after a while. So not the biggest fan of the clear lid, but here she is in all her click up glory. Ooh, this one is the meltiest for sure. For sure the meltiest out of all of them. Seriously, just glides on. Just glided on. That is so... See, I accidentally just clicked it. I don't like the click packaging. Yeah, that just melted onto my lips. Okay, because it's a bit more meltier than the others, I'd say that it feels a little bit thicker on the lips, but honestly, like, I think that's a bit negligible. I think it has a very wet look, so it looks very glossy, and it feels like lip balm. I think this one smells the best. Like, after smelling them all again, the smell, like, I don't smell the waxiness. I don't think it doesn't have a smell. Like, I think it runs the line of, like, it smells good. I think it smells good. They describe it as a peppermint cookie on their website. I also really like this one doesn't sit in your lip lines either. All the drugstore ones, I think, sit in your lips the least. This one also has like a cooling, tingling sensation, and they definitely do have peppermint in this formula since they've stated that themselves. Very similar to the e.l.f. one. I would just say it's definitely more melty, but they share that same cooling, tingling sensation. I think it smells the best out of all four of them. But y'all, I've already used it once and you can already see the clear lid getting dirty. I don't like clear lids for that reason. It makes me feel gross, and I'm not gross. I feel the plumping effect with the e.l.f. and the ColourPop ones the most, for sure. ColourPop's release of these also came with plumping lip liners, which I thought was really intriguing. And these are retractable while the balm is not. Okay, I want to try a different shade of ColourPops while I go deeper into comparing them. Okay, the lip liner straight up smells like a Thin Mint. Holy cow. Also, this is super melty. Glides on really well. But again, with the clear cap, I just pop this on real quick. You really only need like maybe one click out of this on with how melty it is. Definitely got to be careful with this one in warm weather. For sure. Now that I've gone through my first impressions of each of these click up lips, I wanted to take a closer look at what's going to get you the best bang for your buck and other logistical details. So I created this chart to do exactly that. Looking at the prices, we have the original Tarte sitting at $26. You get just under a full ounce when you purchase the full size. Compared to the other three from ColourPop, e.l.f. and NYX, those are all 0.07 ounces. So there's no difference there. The difference comes in with the price. NYX being the most expensive at $11, then ColourPop at $10, and e.l.f. sitting at $8. So far, e.l.f. is the best deal. However, NYX is most widely available. I don't know what deal with the devil NYX made with all these distributors, but why is it found in Ulta, Target, Walgreens, CVS, etc., like even Walmart and Macy's? Like, you can find the NYX Slick Click. Even on Amazon, you can find Slick Click. e.l.f. Pout Clout, exclusively in Walmart. Tarte being seen as more of the high-end one, it is sold in Ulta and Sephora, and then Targets that have Ulta at Target Beauty. It's not just sold in Target alone, and then it's sold in Kohl's. And then ColourPop is sold in Ulta and Target. Looking at the shade range though, Tarte has a bunch of different versions and finishes with their Juicy Lip Plump. They have the regular sheer ones that I reviewed today, but they also have shimmers, and then they have what looks like a vinyl version now on their website. I don't even know where to begin with that. NYX also has shimmer shades though, but their shade range is a little under half of Tarte's shade range. If NYX didn't have the shimmer shades though, it would have the same amount of shades as ColourPop. e.l.f. however has like a clear shade and another like deeper shade, so it has a larger shade range than ColourPop by 2. Now let's get into the ingredients, which I think will make my impressions make a lot more sense. I feel weird calling it the original because I don't think it is the original, but Tarte's ingredient callouts are hyaluronic acid, maracuja oil, grapeseed oil, goji, pomegranate, blueberry, and watermelon. We take a look at e.l.f.'s Pout Clout, and the ingredient similarities are blueberry, watermelon, and pomegranate, which is why I think these two felt the most similar. Looking over at NYX ingredient callouts though, they don't have any of the same callouts as Tarte. They have avocado oil, cloudberry oil, and raspberry oil, which is why I think it feels a lot more like a lipstick compared to the other 3. And then looking at ColourPop's ingredient callouts, we have hyaluronic acid, just like Tarte, and then we have ceramides, peptides, ginger, and Tacoma butter. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but you see it in the chart. I thought this was rather interesting because the other lip phenomenon that's going on right now are the lip balms like the Summer Fridays lip balm and all the dupes of that one, like from Tower 28, Ole Henriksen, Rhode. That whole lip family, the majority of their ingredient callouts include ceramides and peptides, especially peptides. So it seems as though the ColourPop So Juicy Gloss Balm is like a hybrid of the Tarte Maracuja lip plump and the Summer Fridays lip balm. I've never tried the Summer Fridays lip balm, so I'm very curious to see if that's the case, because I think that would make so much sense as to why that one is the most melty compared to the other 3. Overall, the feeling of each formula, none of them bother my lips at all. I think they're all strong in different ways. I don't necessarily want to bash any of them just simply because people have different preferences in their lip products because it's your skin and everyone's skin is different. I personally have never necessarily been a fan of the heat plumping technologies where it really burns your lips. I've had poor experiences with those in the past where I'll use it and then I'll wake up the next day and there's like a weird white bump on my lip. Do I think my lips look super plump? No, because these formulas are plumping in the terms of their ingredients really hydrate and moisturize your lips. So in the case of like using them in like about 2 weeks, then your lips will look super plump. So it's not gonna look like I have filler after the first wear or even the second wear. Anyway, I digress. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like down below, and if you have any other thoughts that I didn't cover, I'd love to hear them in the comments section. And if you'd like to stick around, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see y'all in the next video.